Adam and Eve didn't eat a fruit but a mushroom instead. Walk with me for a second. So the other night I went to sleep, and normally I use Dr. Teal's to help myself go to sleep, but lately it's been irritating my nose. So I found something on the TikTok shop. Y'all gotta get the TikTok shop off my For You page because I'm spending too much money. But anyways, it works the same way. It's called Fairy Dreams. So either you rub it on your hands, you can rub it into your temples, or you can just smell it like essential oils. Baby, I was knocked the fuck out. I didn't fall asleep watching any TV. I wasn't on my phone scrolling like I normally am before I go to sleep because the moon is perfectly aligned with my bedroom window right now, and it was thundering and lightning. So I fell asleep watching the rain, which might be why in the dream it started off with me in a cave and I was sitting in a puddle of water, but I could feel the water. I could hear the dripping and the echoing of the drips in the cave, and it also felt cold. And I woke up with my back, or I started dreaming with my back turned towards the entrance of the cave. So when I turned around, the cave is like covered with a curtain of vines. So I walk out and I'm in this forest, but it's like an Amazonian jungle first, and then it kind of turns into like a Tinkerbell type forest. And there's a man and a woman standing on either side of the cave. Me, are you hungry? And I was like, I mean, not necessarily, but I guess I could eat. So I start following them. So she's walking in front of us, like further up, and he's walking in front of me a little bit. And as she's walking, there's animals in the forest approaching her like the bitch is fucking Snow White. And as she like walks by them, she'll like pet some of them, and they gain a whole bunch of color. Like I dream in color anyways. I don't dream in black and white, but they became like more vibrant or more saturated. But as he walked by, they would fade into like that sepia filter. Is it called sepia? Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Or they would run off, or they would drop dead. And I was like, bitch, what the fuck is going on? And so she turns to him and she's like, I don't think this is a good idea. And he looks at her and he's like, keep walking, Eve. So that's what made me make the association that this is probably Adam. I keep following them, and we start to approach this tree, but the trunk of the tree keeps changing. It goes from being like a redwood to like an oak tree to like a dogwood. I think those are the ones with the white blossoms, and somebody said they kind of smell. I don't know, I've never smelled one before, but I hear this rattling in the tree. So I look up and I see two snakes, but they have human bodies and snake tails, and they're rattlesnake tails wrapped around the tree, and they're a man and a woman, and they're beautiful. They're black, they're gold. And so I immediately assume if this is Adam and this is Eve, this must be Lucifer and this must be Lilith. Lilith is kind of laying on the tree, and she's doing this thing with her arm where it's swinging kind of like the tail of the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland. And so as I'm looking up at her, I notice the fruits in the tree. So Adam is like, pick a fruit, and Lucifer says that's not where he got his from. And that's when I notice that that swinging thing she's doing with her arm, she's actually motioning to the base of the tree. So I see ladders of mushrooms, and that's when I notice Eve smiling because she can tell that I see the mushrooms that she's looking at, and there's a variety of mushrooms on the ground. And then the dream switches, but it's making me think, what if it was not a fruit, but indeed a mushroom? A mushroom for enlightenment, a mushroom for consciousness.